Welcome back to the channel, everyone. We got an amazing adventure today. We're going to explore this 100-year-old dairy farm. I do have permission to be here, so we're going to walk around and check this out. A lot of history here. 100 years old, beautiful barn. It's humongous. You guys are going to really enjoy this video, so stay tuned and watch till the end. All right, let's go inside this thing. I got my headlamp on and I have a handheld light that's pretty bright, so I don't think there's any lights in here. There might be a little bit. There is power on. I hear AC running. Some offices, it looks like, up here. Looks like they've been doing some work to this place. Look at those silos. 100 years old. Look at all those pigeons up there on top. I don't know if you guys can see that. A bunch of pigeons or doves up there on the top. All right, well, let's go in this. All right, let's start down here. There's doors everywhere. This place is huge. Let's go down this little walkway. Looks like that door goes into the offices. There's a little room right here. I don't know if you guys can see that very well, but let's see what kind of history we can find. Well, right off the bat, look at this. Old fireplace insert. That is really cool. Look at these little, I think these are the legs. Look at that. It's a little tire. Yeah, that's something amazing right there. I wonder how old that is. This looks like part of the barn laying here on the ground. Looks like it might be the door, the other half of the door right there. But let's continue on. Really nice fireplace insert. There's the gas line. Can't be that old with a gas line like that. And one thing about this place is there's spiders everywhere. Here's two AC units. Look at this place though. It is just amazing. It's just breathtaking. Old dairy farm. Look at the construction of this roof. It's almost like two barns, I think. Look at this. Just amazing. Well, I think we should go left first. Let's go see what we can see. I think this is where they actually milk the cows. Oh, there's a big barn door and another door here. This door has a lock on it. Over here. I don't know. Let's see what we can see. This place is amazing. It is just amazing. I have my light lit, but I don't know if it's gonna help. Here's the big old troughs. I think this is where the grain would come down. The base of the silos are right there. I think the grain would come down and fill this trough. And then the cows would come in here and eat out of the trough, and then they would milk them while they were eating. I think that's how it works. I don't have a lot of knowledge of dairy farms, but let me turn this light on, see if you guys can see a little better. Yeah, here's Here's the silos, the inside of the silo. I don't know if you can hear that, but the wind is blowing through it, making a howling sound. Yeah, here's a silo going up through the roof. And it has these little hatch doors that go right into this trough. And that trough goes all the way down there. Pretty amazing. A lot of history here. And here's the other silo. There's actually, I think, 3 of them outside, but only 2 of them come into the building. Here's another silo. These hatch doors just go here on the ground, so I don't know if they could transfer it to the other silo so it would go in the trough. I'm not sure exactly how it worked. Doors bent up. There's some doors going outside. And look at all this firewood. A lot of firewood. Looks pretty old. Those trees might be 100 years old that they cut down and stacked in here. There's some construction scrap material. This place is just amazing. It's humongous, so big. Look at all this firewood over here. Look at all this wood. Just stacks and stacks of wood. Just goes on and on forever. This place is big. Here's some scrap pipes. Looks like some electrical conduit. Some kind of, oh, that might actually be part of the milking thing. You see how it's got those little tubes? I don't know. Either that or they had air set up for some reason. I'm not sure. If anybody knows if that could be part of further milking or maybe cleaning the milking, leave a comment. I don't know. I mean, it might be part of how they blew out the lines after they milked or something. Like I said, I don't know much about a dairy farm. I don't have any dairy cows on my farm yet. We're working on it. Here's an old piece of machinery here. Thompson. This thing's humongous. Pretty cool. I wonder how old that is. If anybody knows anything about this machine, leave a comment. Let me know what it was used for and about how old you think it might be. Pretty interesting. All right, let's continue on. Here's a little door over here. Hopefully my lights don't die. What's in here? Oh, this is, I don't know if you can see. This is like where they kept some of the cows, maybe. It looks like those doors open up and go into the field in the back. Another huge area. Some old barrels here. Looks like maybe diesel. All right, let's continue on. Very interesting place. Lot of history here. I just can't get over it. It's another little like corral over here. Looks like some automatic gates down here. Little corrals, little catch things. I don't know. Pretty cool though. These look a little newer. I don't know how old they are, but they look a lot newer than a lot of the other stuff around here. Little corral thing with a gate. Pretty amazing. But this stuff looks a lot newer. Alright, let's go over to the other section. I just can't get over this place. Gotta keep an eye out for snakes. I'm sure there's a lot of snakes out here. So that goes back and around the barn. And this is another section. Here's another piece of machinery. Looks like some kind of like metal lathe or some kind of machine for machining metal. Again, if anybody knows about how old this is or what they would use it for on a dairy farm, unless if this really just doesn't have anything to do with the cows, it might just have to do with machining stuff for the farm. But if anybody has any idea how old that might be, leave a comment. Pretty cool. Looks like it's untouched for 100 years. I don't think it's that old, but look at those old fuses in there. Pretty cool. I mean, this place just goes on and on. There's 1 door, 2 door, 3 door. I think that's a door over there in the corner. This place is gigantor. I don't even think we could see it all today, maybe. I don't know. Might be a long video. I hope you guys are enjoying it though, because it's really amazing. I wish you could be here with me. 100-year-old dairy farm. There's some Christmas lights over here. A little Christmas tree. Look at this old rocking chair. Oh, it's broken. Sure is cool though. Piece of history. And more wood. Look at all this wood. They got wood stacked everywhere. Really cool barn. Look at this. It's really cool. Just doesn't do it justice being on camera, being in real life. So this is out back in the pasture. Another pile of firewood out here. This pasture, the farm goes on as far as you can see back there. That's all part of the farm. And there's spider webs all over me. Some more, looks like a door or something. The back of the barn here. And that building over there straight ahead is the building we were just in, where the troughs, where they milk the cows, I think. Some brick over there. There's a gate going to the pasture in the back. A portalet. I bet everybody watching wants me to open the door and look inside there. I don't know if I want to. All right, I'm gonna do it, but just for you guys, okay? And if there's a snake in there and I get bit, it's your fault. Well, it doesn't smell very well. Well, I don't see any snakes. I'm not looking in that toilet. So, sorry on that one for all you people that wanted to see in there. So, let's continue on. Some concrete blocks. And then there's another door right here. This place just goes on and on. It's so big. I wonder what the actual square footage is. Look at this. It is just amazing. There's something that looks old. Not sure what that is. Thought it was a headboard to a bed at first, but it's not. Anybody knows what that is, leave a comment, because I have no clue what that is. Oh, there's some little friendly wasps right there. Let's stay away from that thing. All right, where are we at? Hey, there's power on in here. There's a light. So this is like, I don't know, ooh, almost fell. There's a big drop off right there and it's all loose dirt. I almost slid on my butt. Just a bunch of little rooms, like, they all have their own doors going outside. This is where they brought maybe tractors in here so they could work on them. See, these doors all open up to the outside right here. It's got all this shelving in here. Hope this is coming out good on camera. The lights are a little weird in here with the natural light coming in and then some lights on. Trying to get you guys the best footage. There's an old compressor. Or actually it looks like a pump. It might have been a compressor that they turned into a pump. Definitely some kind of irrigation pump because of how it's got the outlets. Yeah, some kind of irrigation. And that little door goes into that room we were in. Let's continue this way. Oh, there's a toilet. And it looks like a truck seat, bench seat out of a car or a truck up there. What's in the blue bag? Oh, you know what's in here? I think this is glass. Yeah. Yeah, plate glass. Whole bunch of different sizes. Oh, looks like a wing window out of an old car. I think it is. Out of a van or a car. Huh. They don't put those in cars anymore. Look at this barn though. Just amazing. 100 years old. Going strong. Alright. Into the dungeon. Scary looking door, isn't it? Nice old door. Look at how old that door is. That is a nice door. Big panel door. The old doorknob. Really, really cool. Alright. Any snakes? Spiders? Bears? Anything? A little sketchy in here. There's some big spiders. There's a panel box. And we do have power. Look at that old pencil sharpener. Look at that. Anybody remember them from school? Old Tommy pencil sharpener. Piece of rope hanging here. This looks like the farmer's workshop. Shelving. Look here. He's got nails in his workbench and there's numbers. 9, 10, 11, 12, all the way up to 31. These shelves over here, that's almost like a old mail shelf for mail. And then he's got all these over here. Bunch of fractions next to the nails. Looks like maybe he had wrenches or sockets, I don't know. That's weird. It doesn't look like they're spaced far enough for wrenches. Maybe, because he's got them staggered, so maybe he did have wrenches. And then he's got this board down here with all these nails. And this old workbench right here. This little stool bench. I bet you he did a lot of projects out here. What is this? Fuses. Yep, fuses. Some kind of fuses. Kind of look like car fuses. Old glove and a charger. Yeah, a lot of history in this room, a lot of repairs, a lot of projects. Pretty cool. Look at how they did the roof in here. They put tin on the bottom of the joists. I wonder why they did that just in this room. Oh, they did it out here too. So that just goes outside right there to the side of the barn. There's another pasture field out there that's part of the and it's got a lock on it, but it's not connected. And there is some spiders. Definitely some spiders. I'm not a big spider fan. Look at this place. Weird. All these little rooms. That door goes outside. Look at this old like cobblestone red brick flooring. Now that's 100 years old right there, for sure. There's a plastic Easter egg. And a dice. We could play craps. Alright. Ooh, look at all the spiders in this doorway. Let's just sneak through here. Alright. Uh-oh. There's an upstairs. You can see it through the windows there. Look at this old wooden handrail. They just cut some trees down and made a handrail. And this red brick is all over the floor on this area. This is like where they kept the high dollar cows, prize cows. Oh no. AC. Ducks are all tore up though. Really cool. Really, really cool. This place just goes on and on. Look at this. Now we're getting into the, oh, look at these bricks. Look at these bricks. I don't know if you can see, but they got like names and stuff on them. Look at that. Every single one of them has like some kind of sketch. They all say different things. A lot of them say the same, but a lot of them are different too. That is just amazing. Look at these bricks. Gotta be 100 years old. Have to be. Never seen it like that. That's a little sketchy right there. It's just, spiders everywhere. It's, man, they're all over me. It's just a chair at the end of this little hall. That is weird. Hot water heater. Man, this place is massive. It just goes on and on and on. I think that door right there goes back into that big area. That was one of the doors when I was counting doors. I believe that's that door. Look at this old timber. 100-year-old timber. Holding this place up. Still all this red brick on the floor, but this stuff's not stamped with lettering or anything. Here's a little kitchen. Well, it's a sink and a dishwasher, it looks like. There's a dishwasher there and a sink. Look at this old telephone. I don't think it's 100 years old, but it's old. Little cubby nook right here. Oh, I'm scared to go through here, y'all. This definitely looks like a trap. Now it's just concrete. Look at these old timbers. A lot of spiders too. This looks like just a bunch of closets. A little store. Kmart. Old Kmart shopping cart. Huh. It's like a computer and a old Dell monitor. Bunch of Wi-Fi cables. Looks like something was living in here too. There's an old bottle. ABC root beer. IBC root beer. Did I say ABC root beer? Not a liquor store. A root beer. All right, well, you never know what you're gonna find, because I just found something cool hanging on the wall here. Look at that old horseshoe. That is really old. Yeah, that's really old. Look at this old pottery here. It's all broke. What's in here? Looks like some old vases or pottery. There's an old tractor calendar, or just a picture. So here's the stairs going up. We'll go up there in a minute. We still haven't seen everything down here. I don't know if we're gonna. We probably missed a bunch, because this place just goes on and on and on. That door goes outside. I think it goes out into between the two barns. So this is just another room. It just goes on and on and on. Some kind of banner there. Acres Vineyard. Is that the barn? That's the barn on there. Got their own little banner. That is really cool. Somebody was trying to make something out of that. Out of those rounds. Old refrigerator. This looks like it just goes back to the main area. Some of the tin is blowing around when the wind blows and gives you a creepy feeling that somebody's watching you. A lot of pigeons and doves too, all up in the rafters. I think they're living in one of those silos. Yeah, this place is massive. Really cool though. Can just visualize how it was when it was up and operating. All the cows in here, and there was probably straw and hay on the floor, and these machines were running, doing something. I'm not sure what those machines are. Got some kind of table with some kind of vent attached to it. I don't know if that was some kind of cooling system maybe for the cows, or I don't know. It's weird though. It's got this big hose and it's got a grill on it. Some broken glass down here. I don't know if you guys can hear that, but that is the tin on the back of the barn. Just blowing around. It sounds like a cow's trying to get in here. Here it is. The wind is just blowing this piece of tin. Thought somebody was trying to break in the back of the barn. Yeah, it's just the wind. Just the wind. I'll let you guys see up there. I can't open these doors. They're too heavy and they're stuck on the ground. But That's the fields in the back. I guess this is how they brought the cows in over to feed them and milk them. Oh, that's so loud. Sorry. Let's get away from that. That is loud. Look at how they did these steel trusses for the roof. They just ran them into the side of the building there. Yeah, very interesting. Hope you guys are enjoying this. I sure am. Let's go back this way. I think there's one more area that I don't think we went in down here, and then we'll go upstairs. Now I'm lost. I don't think we went over here. Here's the kitchen again. And there's another random chair. There's a bunch of chairs. Have we been over this way? Yeah, this is the way we came. There's the hot water here. So I don't think we've been. Here's another set of stairs. Is there two sets of stairs? Spiders everywhere. Oof. Yeah. Let's take a look upstairs and see what we can see up here. Watch your head. Wow. Look at this. All inside this barn. It's beautiful. This is really nice up here. Really nice up here. Ceiling fans, a lot of AC ducts. There's another set of stairs here. Ooh, they're squeaking. Hope I don't fall down. Oh, there's a dead bird. Poor little guy. Must have flew in here and couldn't get out. I don't know how he got in here. Place seems like it's sealed up pretty good. This is like a little room up here that you can look out over the other room. I don't know if they had like weddings in here or seems like this room is like a little DJ room or something. Observatory room? I don't know. Alright, I'm out of here. The spiders are getting ridiculous. This place is amazing. Hardwood floor up here. Look at these steps and how they did them. Really cool. Really cool. The handrail. He's got some trees off the property and built it. Alright, let's go in here. I think this is all we have left. This is really sketchy. Man, this place is huge. Oh, here's the other stairs. There's that tractor calendar or picture. So, We could have came up right there. Man, this place just goes on and on and on. It's like a little dressing room or bathroom. Oh, it's got a shower. It used to have a toilet. It's got a shower. That looks fairly new. I don't think that's 100 years old. Really cool little storage area. Another little storage area, like a closet. It's got a closet rod. What is that? Something's living in here. It's some kind of scat. Sorry if the camera's jerking around, but these spider webs are all over me. And I've seen a couple of really big spiders in here. Not your friendly ones. There's a web right there. Alright, look, that goes out into the other big area where we were in. And this is just a little room. Some weird looking stuff. Alright. I think we've seen everything we could see. At least up here. So, yeah, let's go down the stairs we went down. Make sure we didn't miss anything over here. Watch your head, because it's got a duck. These stairs. This place is just amazing. There's another panel box. Tongue and groove ceiling. This place is really cool. Look at these old barn doors. These old barn doors. Probably all handmade from material that was here on the property. There's a door right here. I don't think we went in this door. Let's take a peek in here. Cool door too, by the way. Really cool barn door with big spiders on it. Oh. Here we go. This is another bathroom. 2 bathrooms. Actually. There's a vanity. Another cool barn door. And a toilet. Man, the spiders must be living in here. They're everywhere. There's another vanity. Looks like that might have been a urinal at one time. And a toilet. So I'm assuming this is a male and female bathrooms right here. Right by the door where you come in. So let's go out this door. Oh, it's stuck. Yeah, we're stuck. This place is just amazing. I know I said that probably 100 times, but little baby silo over there. $100-year-old dairy farm. Let's take a quick walk around the outside. And there was a door that came from the back into there. This place just goes on and on and on. Here's a little door. I think this goes into the offices. Yeah. Little workshop. Nothing much in there. It's back here, a little cubby. More firewood. More firewood back here. And some tires. Some windows. Some kind of air handler. Marvair. Must be some kind of air conditioning. Here's the base of the silos. They are just really cool. Look at that. Really cool. And yeah, there's 3 of them out here. And there's a door. Well, that must go in right by the silo because we were on the other side of that silo. It's got a little ladder and underneath the vines, so you can climb up there. That is really cool. I'm not climbing up there, guys, sorry. I don't know how secure that thing is. I'm not gonna fall off of there. Here's another little silo. Can we look inside here? What did they use this for? Looks like just storage. Looks like just storage. There's where that door was bent in over by all that firewood. This place is overgrown. Cool willow tree. Really cool. I like those willow trees. Yeah, this place is overgrown back here. You definitely don't want to get bit by no snake out here. Beautiful view. Some tractors out here. Look at how this place was built. It's just amazing. Hundred-year-old dairy farm. Okay, guys, that wraps this one up. I think we covered everything. There might have been a couple little rooms that I missed, but there's so many doors in there and it's so big you get turned around. But I think we covered pretty much everything. I hope you guys enjoyed it. I sure did. What an adventure. It was really, really fun. And I hope you guys liked it too. If you're not subscribed, hit that subscribe button, hit that bell with all notifications, hit that like button. It really helps the channel. And something different for the channel, you know, a little bit of a adventure, checking out a 100-year-old dairy farm. But I really did enjoy it, and I think that wraps this one up. We'll see you on the next one.